Alright, so this video is going to be a recap slash, thoughts on Yinlin and her story. And I'm gonna just say it off rip, I like her. But first, we're gonna get to her trailer, which I will say was a pretty good trailer. I'm gonna say it, I still like Jian's trailer better because they showed him and Yinlin fighting, and that was something I wanted to see, so I'm still biased towards that. But this was really good. It had good transitions, a little story betraying her character and how she is undercover cop and basically pulls strings to take people down, literally and figuratively. I fuck with the trailer heavily because it gave context of who and how she is as an individual and, what to expect for this quest, which I like the quest. It ain't nothing phenomenal, but it's not ass. It's mid at the very least, but I think it's personally a 8, almost 9 out of 10 for me. I think it did a good job for the purpose of a story quest, which is to learn about this character and come to your own conclusion on whether you like them or not, which I fuck with Yinlin even before this quest because of her design and her kit. And, basically she's a bad bitch and bad bitches can do no wrong. Like, even if she tried to kill me, I just view it as an expression of love. You feel me? Like, she just a little yandere, ain't no wrong with that. But with all that being said, let's get into the recap. So Chixia hits us up to let us know that it's some weird stuff going on and people are disappearing. So she wants us to look for anything suspicious happening. And then all of a sudden we get a message from the Seance Society, which is basically an invitation to join them, saying that if there's any lost one we want to see again, they have a solution. Which off the bat, that's just a bunch of like creepy cult vibes going on. It reminded me of like the Witness from Destiny 2 trying to get us to join him through our desires, which, by the way, this video was supposed to be out way earlier, but the new Destiny expansion has been so good that it literally just distracted me. But this also reminds us again of how many eyes are on the rover. Bro, it feels like every organization in existence is just watching us. And by the way, for all of this quest, I played both the male and female POV, so I could definitely say the female looks better, but her voice direction is like a little weird. I don't know. So for this quest, I decided like to prefer the male MC because the voice acting and voice direction for him is like pretty good, and not a lot of people talk about that. And also I'm a male and he's my self-insert because that's just the thing in this quest. I want a self-insert. Anyways, we meet up with a member from the society and he explains to us how basically they brought back his daughter and she was never dead and she was only gone for a little bit. He's coping, and then like out of nowhere bro starts tweaking and overclocking, and like we're only trying to protect her, but he thinks that we're trying to take her away, which overclocking is just him losing control. And then Yinlin steps in and tells bro that he needs to chill the fuck out and tells him he better tighten up if he doesn't want to lose his daughter again. Then she low-key starts pressing us, but it's some guards nearby and she don't want to cause no commotion, so she says she'll just explain everything to us later. And then the guards pulled up and we make up some story, and they decide to leave the situation to Yinlin because she told them that she's a patroller too. And then after that, she reveals to us that bro's daughter is actually a bot. She's just a puppet. She lets us know that the Seance Society is the reason of the disappearances cases lately because they offer these puppets that can perfectly replicate the personalities of the deceased, and he basically resurrected his daughter through this puppet because he wanted to see her. And at this point, it made me wonder if we could like revive the goddess from the beginning of the game that we saw through these puppets, but I don't think that's the case considering that like what they said at the end of the quest. Anyways, Yinlin explains that the puppets can also make people overclock, so that's the reason why bro just tweaked out of nowhere. And she reveals to us that she's on a mission to take down the true culprit of this group, which is kind of weird. She's telling us all this because like we just met her like 5 minutes ago, so this is the first time she trusts us, I guess. So I swear bro, she wants me, bro. I'm not delusional. And then we meet up with her at the outside of the city to continue the conversation because she didn't want anyone listening in on our convo. In other words, she trying to get us alone and she telling me she want me. Now we asked some questions about her mission, the Seance Society and that NPC, and she says that her orders was to infiltrate the society and gather evidence of their crimes and find the true culprit, because her whole thing is like literally just being an undercover cop. She explains that the society operates under the guise of a non-profit charity, and they lure people in with the promise of seeing their loved ones again, but it's all a scam, and the society is actually working with the Fracaxus. Which bro, at this point I need to make a video like just separately on the Fracaxus because they have so many connections to so much shit. Like damn near every organization we've seen has something to do with the Fracaxus. Like most of the time it's a single overseer that is like the one interested in these groups too. So like there's so many ways that we can go with the Fracaxus. It's just crazy. Anyway, she tells us about how that NPC used to be a part of the Midnight Guards, but he lost his daughter in an accident and had been spiraling ever since, and he's fully convinced of the society and tries to recruit more people. people. She's currently undercover working with him, and they have a deal to handle with the Fracaxus for some prototype puppet, and she wants to investigate what's really going on with the Seance Society. Which, once again, she trusts us so much, bro. She said all of this in the first 10 minutes of meeting her. This shit is beyond me. Which they confirm it at the end of this, but I'm pretty sure she's the one that sent that message from the Seance Society to us. Anyways, we let her know that we're also interested in the person behind all of this because they may be able to help us with our memory loss. So we decide to be her civilian investigator, and she explains that they're gonna handle the deal with the Fracaxus. And while bro goes off to get the puppets, we gotta follow him and share that location with Yinlin. But the plans end up changing because bro crashed out. He starts overclocking again because one of the Fracaxus NPCs starts calling his daughter a puppet. So he tries to escape with the puppets because he doesn't like the fact that they just want to use them for research, and he just wants the puppets to find a home with people that love them, and says that the Dollmaker, who is the leader of the society, betrayed their beliefs. Which I kind of get where he's coming from, because we know it's just a puppet, but at the same time it acts just like a human. So I'd imagine in his head he's probably thinking about would he want them experimenting on his daughter and stuff like that. So I understand. And then the Fracaxus pulls up, they catch up to us, and he starts overclocking, so we have to pop out and protect them along with Yinlin.
You got some moves. Impressive. Guess I can rely on you a bit more. I'll be counting on you.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm not delusional. She wants me. Like, bro, even after we defeat the Fracaxus, she's just glazing me, bro. I'm telling you. She lets us know that we don't really got to worry about the situation. She'll cover it up with everything that happened here. She's an undercover cop, so she's good at manipulating the situation. And then she points out that she placed a bug and a tracker on us, and that's how she was able to track us so quick, bro. I'm telling you, she a little yandere, bro, and that's cool, bro. Like, I'm delusional, bro. She just wants me, trust me. And we also tell her about the Dollmaker, and she damn near confirms it's the leader. We go around, we collect them prototype puppets, and Yinlin gets a call from the public security bureau, and they basically let her know that they'd handled the situation with the NPC and the daughter, and informed us of a safe house where the patrollers will meet them. And then we get to the safe house with Yinlin, and we notice that the patrollers didn't show up, and then this happened.
Don't bother. You won't find any patrollers here. I told you before. Don't trust anyone, remember?
What a special specimen. You would make for valuable time to have my men taken back to the camp.
See, bro, and this is exactly what I was saying. She just a little yandere, you feel me? Like, she almost just killed us, but who cares? She a bad bitch. She can do no wrong, bro. Like, trust me, bro. Like, she wants me. So there has to be something up here. There's more to the situation, bro. She ain't just lying me. She didn't just line me and then backdoor me. There's more, right? We wake up and investigate a little bit and figure out that we're at the society's camp, and we inform Chixie. And then Yinlin says we can come out, sets us free, and says that the watchmaker wanted us alive. And some random old lady just asks us where our family is. And it's interesting because, like, the family part was highlighted. So it makes me think we might actually have family that we forgot about. Maybe the other MC is our sibling. But hey, I know no Genshin PTSD. I know, I'm just throwing out the possibility. If it did happen, I have faith that Kuro could handle that dynamic better than Genshin, cause the community would probably complain until Kuro makes it good. Anyways, Yinlin tells us to follow her and not say anything. I'll follow her. And she says that we shouldn't try to escape because they also poisoned us. And she just looks silly goofy, bro. Like, I wasn't even gonna run, bro. She doing the most, bro. She's such a flirt, bro. I'm telling you, she wants me. Anyway, she says that we wanted to meet with the Dollmaker anyways for our memories, so we might as well join the society. And by the way, if you're confused if she portrayed us or not, no, she did it. She's just playing double agent right now. Her whole goal is to take down the leader. So we go around the camp and greet some people and investigate some stuff while Yinlin is gone. And we actually find out that Yinlin is actually really close with the Dollmaker. He even knew her parents. They were apparently patrollers, and she's following in their footsteps. But she thought, being an undercover agent just fits her better. She started hearing rumors about the society working with the Fracaxus and warns him that if he, works with the Fracaxus, he's gonna end up no better than the Fracaxus. And then we see another piece of info of a patroller informant that isn't Yinlin on the, society side, and they mentioned that they have a mole, which was probably Yinlin. And we see another letter from the Dollmaker himself, and he starts spiraling because he can't trust Yinlin or even his own memories. He spent a decade on 2 puppets puppets and says that he'll do whatever it takes to finish this project, even if he has to work with people that he doesn't like, the Fracaxus. And then we see the sketch of a family, which seems to be the Dollmaker, Yinlin, and her parents in Yinlin's childhood diary. It's basically saying how Yinlin's parents were basically betrayed and killed, and the Dollmaker is planning to bring them back through these puppets. And then Yinlin returns planning to burn all the stuff that we just read, but she doesn't because, the past can't be changed. And she figures that we probably read everything, and we question if that's the reason she betrayed us, because she's working with the Dollmaker. But technically, she never betrayed us because we weren't on the same team, I guess. She explains that she was an orphan that never knew her parents, and the Dollmaker took her in, and he taught her everything she knows, and she feels that she owes her life to him. She explains that everyone in the camp is the Dollmaker's subjects, and he needs them to complete the last 2 puppets. And they all already knew this, but they still joined. And she points out that we seem different because we care about the puppets and show respect to the puppet. But then the camp is attacked by tacit discord, so we decide to help Yinlin, but we tell her that she has to tell us the truth after. And then we take out the TDs, and after fighting the TDs, Chixia and some patrollers arrive, but they're mistaken Yinlin for the leader. And then she ends up using us as a hostage to get out of that situation. And then we go down to the puppet factory to meet up with the Dollmaker, while Yinlin pretends to hold us hostage so the Dollmaker doesn't find out that we're actually helping her take him down. She explains that the Dollmaker is actually selling puppets to the Fracaxus for resources and fun, and in order to take him down, we need to collect proof of his crime. So we go through the factory, solving a bunch of puzzles, defeating a bunch of enemies, and taking a bunch of pictures of evidence, and finally make it to the Dollmaster, or is it Dollmaker? I think I messed up in the script, but his design is like cool as fuck. This is one of the coolest NPC designs in the game. And we confront him, and Yinlin says that he needs to stop because her parents wouldn't consent to being brought back as puppets. He explains that he couldn't bring them back using our memories or Yinlin's memories, but he plans to use the rover to bring them back using our body's data, which I don't really get how that works. I'm assuming it's because we're a resonator, so it makes it easier for him to do that, I guess. Anyways, he explains that his mentor and his mentor's wife, which is Yinlin's parents, took him in and they were his true family, and says he'd do anything to bring them back, no matter the price. He doesn't care about who gets hurt, and says that the Fracaxus taught him how to operate on bodies like ours, and tells Yinlin that we're leaving, which pretty much aligns with the Fracaxus because they want to merge humans and TD, so I guess that makes sense. And then we just stop it, and Yinlin reveals that she's been planning to stop him, saying that she hasn't forgotten who she is in her bloodline, and just like her parents before, she will uphold her duty as a patroller. And the Dollmaker says that everything he did was for them, but Yinlin says he only wants to relive the kindness he once felt. Her parents are dead. Their life serves zero purpose. I mean, everyone else's loved ones are also dead. Yeah. They need to wake up from this dream that he keeps spinning. And the Dollmaker says that he doesn't really understand why she's doing this. She had the chance to reunite with her parents. But then the rover explains to him, puppets could never replace real family. Vin Diesel will be proud of us for that one.
I never met my parents, but my actions are guided by their beliefs. As a child, I bemoaned my misfortune, but I knew better than to harm others to make up for it. The dead deserve peace. My parents are gone, and I can't change the past, but the present is mine to control. I can still bring justice to those who caused their untimely end.
What's wrong with doing what I can for our happiness? Laws and principles are just tools for those in charge.
Is that why you must deprive others of their happiness? Using them as your pawns?
Suddenly justice matters to you? Don't tell me you still think you're a patroller. I already wiped your data from their records. No one knows you were a patroller. You can't prove it to anyone now.
Yes, they may never allow me back. Doesn't matter now. It's a small price to pay to stop you and the greater evil you serve. I don't need a recognized identity to do what's right. I can do it my way.
You...
I should get going. I'm leaving the rest to you, Rover. Please, keep it secret from the patrollers until it's all over. One day, I'll tell them everything myself. Next time we meet, I'll explain all, and I'll thank you properly, I guess.
And then the patrollers come in and take care of the Dollmaker and the other members. And Chixia wants to know what happened to the person that was with us, because she got the feeling that they wasn't really a bad person. But we ain't even tell her about Yinlin. You feel me? Twin eye, never tell. We end up explaining the whole situation to them, and she thanks us and says that whoever was helping us, they would be a great patroller. And then we get a letter from Yinlin to meet with her, and she explains everything.
As promised, I owe you a lot of explanation. My order was to oversee our deal with the Fracaxus. You were just a pawn in my plan to find where Laurent kept the puppets. But I didn't expect him to try and escape with them. Couldn't risk exposing myself yet, so I had to track him down and retrieve the puppets. Around that time, Dollmaker caught wind of your special abilities. He asked me to bring you to that safe house.
Ah, so that's why you zapped me. It was a little hard, but I knew it was out of love.
Oh, really? I even upped the voltage for the best effect. Was that just a zap to you?
Chill, you want my dick?
No wonder our dollmaker took so much interest in that body of yours.
So what's up? Like, bro couldn't recover my memory?
Unfortunately, no. He tried, but couldn't gain access. According to him, you possess a power beyond his understanding that prevented him from prying into your mind. You might be more special than you had thought. Said he couldn't read your mind without risking his own sanity, let alone retrieve any information. I can't imagine what the hell is going on beneath your skull. Who knows? Maybe you helped some strangers again only to mess with the wrong person and ended up with your memories gone. I say you should stop playing hero and take better care of yourself. You'll live longer that way.
You worry about me and shit?
Don't think I need to, since you can handle yourself just fine. But if you ever need my help, just let me know. We have a lot in common, both alone in this world.
Damn, dark much?
Maybe I'll keep you in my thoughts. A reminder that I'm not the only solitary soul out there. And eventually, we'll both learn to move through our lives with loneliness. Perhaps the same loneliness was too much for Dollmaker to bear. That's why he gave up everything to resurrect my parents.
Damn, he had people around him, but he didn't cherish them.
Yes. After my parents' death, we all became chess pieces to him, myself included. Raised me to be a patroller for his own agenda. He needed a mole in the Public Security Bureau. In the end, I did become a patroller, but failed to stay by his side as he desired. Maybe I'm indeed a heart-wrenching betrayer to him.
Come on, it's not your fault. He did that to himself.
Yes. We all have to face the consequences of our actions. I don't plan to defend him, but if I had acted sooner, this whole mess could have been avoided. Why didn't I do something? Perhaps, like everyone else in the Seance Society, I too held on to that naive pipe dream. The dream of finally meeting my parents and having a real family. I indulged in it more than I care to admit. Deep down, I knew my dream was built upon the sacrifices of innocent lives, but I couldn't bear to shatter it.
Shit, but at the end of the day, you did what a patroller would do.
Because I met you. A total outsider, risking his life for me and for all those people. A lot of it still remains unresolved. Dollmaker was merely a cog in the wheel. A bigger shadow lingers.
The Fracaxus?
Yes. We must stay vigilant until we expose the true culprits and destroy their plans for good.
We?
Don't tell me you're pulling out at this point. If you are, I may have to wipe my true identity from your head. By force.
I calm down, a little too yonder.
It was a joke. Anyway, I should thank you. Because of you, I was able to accomplish far more, and save many more lives than I imagined. You feel different. I have the feeling I can always trust your words, whatever you say.
Oh, really? So that means you want me, huh?
Well, take a guess. Oh, and lastly, there is another thing I should thank you for. For trusting me all the way till the very end. Until we meet again, Rover. Perhaps I'll meet you under an entirely different identity next time.
And that is the end of her story quest. I think it was a pretty good story quest. I had to do a little self-insert at the end. It's a very self-inserty quest, okay? I had to self-insert at the end. I had fun making this. I try not to make this process as fucking boring as possible. I think this quest was great. It introduced Yinlin in ways that, like, it made me realize how deep of a character she was. Like, the fact that she thought about, like, damn, I kind of do want to see my parents, but, like, this ain't right, bro. Like, they wouldn't want this. And, like, I'm a patroller. Like, this isn't right regardless. It wasn't just a, hey, here's this character, fucking like him, okay? But like they made me resonate with her, you feel me? Like the story quest, it has tidbits of like relatability. Eventually at some point everyone will relate to the feeling of losing someone, and you know, maybe you do want them back or not want them back, but you always think of what if they were there, you feel me? Like you try to call their phone, they ain't answer, they're not there, but what if they answered, you feel me? Everybody struggle with that when you lose someone. So I think that is a pretty good question that in that sense. I think the plot of this was pretty good, and I think that this is just the beginning, bro. This quest right here made me realize that okay, Kuro, I don't even got to be worried about it. I wasn't worried to begin with because I always go into gacha game stories with low expectations because it's a fucking gacha game. Like, I'm not expecting Game of Thrones. It's a gacha game. But I think this did pretty good, bro. Like, this story, I fuck with the story. I think a lot of people are very harsh because of the VAs for certain regions and stuff like that. And I know Japan, they fucking up the kanji and the translations. They have a lot of localization issues, and I think that's fucking it up for a lot of people. But the stories that they're telling are actual good stories, and I hope that they tee up with the localization and translations and stuff like that. And a lot of people will realize that some of these stories are actually really good, at least for people that prefer these types of stories. Because, you know, people may not like this type of genre, mystery, you know, going over stuff like this. I like the fact that they introduced an ability like this. It's not broken, but it's kind of a crazy forte to have. Like, to give to a random NPC out of all people, that he can make these puppets, and these puppets can imitate basically, and it didn't even feel like an imitation at some point, that these people, their family, deceased family member, it has such personality to these little characters that were bots. And to give that type of ability to a person this early on, I feel like we're gonna go into way more crazier, like lore wise and story wise, way more crazier resonator abilities. Which, to be fair, if that goddess is a resonator and she has a forte, I do think her shit is like dimensional rifts or whatever. So we already are that far into the more complex shit, but they could do a lot with the system that they made. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I have to say. I'm not really thinking right now. I just got done recording, but if there's anything, look in the comment section below, and let me know what y'all think about the story quest, because I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? And if you like videos like this, subscribe, like, and stuff like that. I plan to do one of these for everything that I'm interested in, which is mainly main story and probably future story quests. Moving on, I didn't do one for Jian and Ling Yang because both of those were like CBT 2 stuff. So I don't know if I want to do those. I might do a recap for those, but I don't know. But that's it for me. I got to Echo Farm and, you know, finish up a bunch of world quests and stuff like that. But peace.